Welcome! So everybody, this is my 50-second vlog right now. And so yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Now you're going to notice first of all that I'm not wearing any makeup again. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not even dressed. I'm still wearing my pajamas. See, the thing is, we had a blizzard earlier this week and it kind of screwed up my schedule. Since they didn't figure there was any reason for me to battle my way in from out of town to get to work, since it was going to be a short day because the truck couldn't make it, they told me to stay home and come in the next day. So that's what I did. Usually I have today off, but I had to go in today, and even though there was still quite a bit of snow from the next system that came in, I battled my way in. The trucks battled their way in. The truck was there. Actually, the truck didn't have to battle its way in. It was there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon before it started snowing. So there was stuff to do. I did it. But yeah, I've already been to work today, so I'm kind of a little out of it because I haven't really slept a whole lot. I took about maybe an hour nap or so when I got home, but obviously that's not enough. So if I'm a little out of it, that's why. So anyway, I'm going to continue answering some questions from some viewers, and I had a pretty good one, and it was, how do you tell the difference between a tranny chaser and someone who is generally interested in dating a tranny? And I've come to the conclusion that there is one telltale sign of a tranny chaser, and that is the fact that these types of people cannot get off the fact that you are transsexual. All they want to talk about, and that's all they focus on. Every time you talk to them, that subject will come up. The people that are generally interested in dating a transsexual, transgendered, don't really think about it all that often. They don't really consider it. They're not thinking about it all that often, and quite frankly, half the time, they don't even realize that you have the whatever is down there and shouldn't be. FTM, whatever, FTM, MTF, whichever you are, they don't really think about what's down there and all that sort of things. Because, yeah, I don't know if I've actually come into contact with many tranny chasers as often as I've come into contact with just plain curious people. I know that the person I'm engaged to right now doesn't care about that. I mean, obviously, it's there, but it's not thought about that often. It's not really that big of a deal in the relationship. So, I mean, unless you're in a nudist colony and it's like right in front of your face all the time, most people aren't going to think about it. I mean, it's down there, it's hidden, it's tucked away, But honestly, even in a close relationship where you're doing some nocturnal activities, they're not going to be thinking about it all that often. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. See, a tranny chaser is going to think of you as a transsexual, and that's it. You're a tranny, that's it. Someone who is generally interested in dating someone who is transgendered is going to think of you as a girl or a guy, whichever you prefer, whichever your brain is. That's how they're going to perceive you in normal everyday activities. Because they get it. That's who you are. That's what you are. They get it because they're not hung up on the idea that you're transsexual. They are just liking you for who you are. So that's where it ends. But yeah, for the people that are interested in knowing the difference, if the person that you're communicating to and the person that you're with or whatever, if they cannot get off the fact that you're trans, and that's all they ever want to talk about, oh, you're trans, so we could do this, or you're trans, so we could do that, or, if they're really stuck on that fact and seem to not be able to get over it, it's a pretty good idea that they're probably a tranny chaser. So, that's my take on that subject. And there was a couple of other subjects in there, and one of them was, how did Tamsin and I meet? Well, we met from my vlogs. I guess if you put yourself out there, someone's going to find you that it's going to be interesting. Not to say that she's the only person that I found interesting that's watched. But I mean, I guess when that many people can look you up, it's, you know, you're gonna come across quite a bit of people. And the other one was what drew us together. What drew us together was, I mean, she found me fascinating. I found her fascinating. She wrote me an email. I responded. We exchanged messenger stuff. We started talking more and more. Got on each other's MySpace pages. And basically decided we had a lot in common and we were attracted to each other. I mean, how can you say how love goes? It's just one of those things that kind of happens. And I'm very happy that I did. So, I mean, as far as I've said, answering that email was the best thing that I ever did in my life. Because if I hadn't answered that email, who knows what would have happened. And honestly, I was this close to not answering it because I thought I already had. So, it's a good thing I did. Anyway, and there was also one about what I thought about Australia. Now, I think if you go back and look at vlog number 27, which is the vlog that I made when I got back from Australia, I think I actually talked a bit about my thoughts of Australia. So, I guess if you want to know my take on the country and stuff, since, well, I only visited Sydney and saw some other parts of New South Wales, but, you know, I didn't see much of the country, just a little piece, and the only reason that I was going there is to see one particular person in the country. But, yeah, I did talk about my take on what I did see. So, 27, for those who are interested in that. Anyway, and there was also one when I planned to go back to Australia. Now, my plan is to go back in July. Middle of July. See, yeah, with the whole weather thing in the winter, and as wild as it's been, I was hoping for a mild winter, but this is anything but mild. Because right now we're still in a wind chill warning. Wind chill's 30 below right now, and it's only going to get colder as the night sets in. But as far as the weather's been, going in the winter is pretty much out of the question because you never know what it's going to do. I mean, we've already seen about 4 blizzards already this winter, and doesn't look like it's going to let up anytime soon. So I'm planning to go when the weather shapes up in the summer. Now, I would like to spend one more Independence Day in the United States, shoot off some fireworks, go to some barbecues, see all my friends that I probably will never see again. Well, I'll probably see them again, just not very, you know, soon. But anyway, yeah, I would like to spend that one last summer and stuff. I've already got the money to get the ticket, but right now I'm just working on living expenses because obviously when you go over there, there's going to be a lot to do and there's going to be a lot of money I'm going to have to spend because I'm planning to get my own place, and you know, there's going to be lots of stuff to buy and lots of stuff that I'm going to need. So I'm hoping that I can get most of it that I have over here over there, but I just got to figure out what's more expensive, getting my stuff here over there or just replacing it when I get over there. Still don't know what's going to be worse. Gotta check into that. But anyway, yeah, that's the plan. Going in July, middle of July. Working on living expenses right now at work, so it should all work out and I can go when I want. So that's the plan. And I know that in the middle of July there are no delays at airports due to weather usually, because I mean, you're not going to get snow. The only thing you might get is fog. But anyway, yeah, so that's the dealio there. But anyway, before I run out of time, I'm going to say see you later, see you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. And before I go, a termite walks into a bar and says, "Is the bartender here?"